Hey, what's going on, Sky Squad? We are back in the building. Yes, it's your boy DJ Richie Skye. We about to get into some entertainment news, Housewives news, reality TV news, a little bit of commentary, and a good old time, okay? Listen, today we're going to be talking about your girl Candace Dillard is back on the scene with the gangster lean, and she got some things to say about that whole situation that went down yesterday between Wendy Williams and Joseline Hernandez. We got to talk about that. We also got some information on some possible things that are going on with the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast for season 14. And then, wait, are we in season 14 now? I don't even know what season we in no more. I feel like it's season 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, okay? Because we need something to be shook up, you know? Then we also got to talk about your girl, Melody Holt. Now, I was going to talk about this yesterday, but the Wendy Williams and Joseline story had then broke out, so we had to talk about that instead. But Melody, you know, she done hopped online and she got some things to say about that good Martell and some things that he up to. So we got to talk about that. And we got a little bit of Salt Lake City news that we're going to get into first. But before we dive into all of that, make sure you guys drop your location down in that good chatterization so I can see where you guys are watching from. You know what I'm saying? And I see we got Cincinnati, Ohio in the house. We got Memphis in the building. Who else? We got Ocala, Florida up in the place. Hawthorne, California. Atlanta, Georgia. Who else we got into this building? We got Memphis by way of the Chi. We got Staten Island, Dallas, Fort Worth, Connecticut, Houston, New Jersey, DC, baby, North Carolina, Pace, Florida. Who else? Solomon's Island, Maryland in the building. Louisville, Kentucky, Durham, North Carolina. B-more, baby. Trinidad, Manhattan, Oklahoma. Orlando, 757. Okay. Michigan, Compton. Come on, Compton, Connecticut, Johns Creek, Georgia. Tampa, Philly, Gary, Indiana, Arkansas. Come on, Texas in the building. South Carolina. Listen, y'all. So I saw some people asking me if I had seen the Bonded Time Stories Part 2 from Miss Monique Samuels. Yes, I did. I happened to catch it. And I was on her Tea with Monique panel last night along with Funky Dineva and Riley Knox. Make sure to check that out, because she does show a behind-the-scenes clip that she and I did with a great interview that we did to ask the questions, why? You know, why now? What her thoughts are about it. So we get into all that. So make sure you guys check out that on the Team Up with Monique channel. But let's go ahead and stage dive first into some Real Housewives of Salt Lake City news, y'all. We got to talk about our Salt Lake City girls, and they are back in the His Nye E. Okay. Now we got this post from Bravo by Betches. Okay. Betches. Okay. Make sure you guys follow them on that good Instagram. And we have our season 2 cast. It looks like we have 7 ladies on board, and they were attending Whitney Wild Rose skincare / beauty launch. Now, I could have sworn she had already had this business, but apparently this is going to be the first time that they actually start showing it. So here you guys can see from left to right, we're going to go into who these people are. We got Heather Gate in the building. We got Miss Mary Cosby back in the building. We got your girl Meredith Marks. We got Whitney Rose. We got Lisa Barlow. And then we have Jenny Nguyen. Okay, she's a new character. And you guys may not even recognize the person right beside her, because that is your girl Jen Shah. Oh, yes, let's get into it. They say Meredith looks like she's dressed for the finale of Mamma Mia right here. She is wearing some type of eclectic clothing. Y'all know Meredith likes that good fashion forward look. We also got to talk about Mary's platforms. They say Mary's platforms are absurdly high, and I feel like her ankles are gonna die. Okay. Now here's where we wanted to take a good look see. Okay. Jen here is sporting the good blonde wig. Okay. Now the folks were saying they felt like she was trying to hide from the law in this new blonde wig. Okay. You know, I think it's an interesting look for her. I'm not even surprised. I mean, you know how people like to go blonde once they get onto these shows and stuff like that. And then we have Jenny Nguyen, and apparently she is being brought onto the show because she knows that good Lisa Barlow. So they're getting some more representation up in this piece, up in this jamboree. Y'all let me know what y'all feeling about Jen Shah and the new wiggerization here, because This has been making the rounds on Instagram, and it's caused quite the stir. It's been caused quite the stir. But to be quite honest with you, I don't mind it. I don't mind it not one bit. And girl, if you need to run and hide, that's what you need to do, okay? But we see you. We see you in your new blonde wig, and I actually kind of like it. I kind of like it. Now we're gonna move on over because we got to get into some things, y'all. We got to get into some things. Now this situation right here, it then took me by surprise. So let's go ahead and get on up into it. Melody Holt, y'all. Melody Holt then went all the way off on that good Martell Holt. Now I just happened to have been scrolling through my Explorer page. Okay, we got a super chat in the building from how I pronounce this? Miss Lita Diva. I think I got that right. But anyway, we want to send you love because you say thank you for the content. When is the interview with Monique airing? It will be airing in probably the next 2 or 3 weeks. So she did show a little snippet of it, and I was like, oh, they did a good job. We looked good. We look good. Anyway, let's get back to Melody. Oh, but by the way, thank you for that super chat. Anyway, now I was scrolling through the Explorer pages on the Instagram, and it just happened to pop up on a post from Melody Holt. Now, I was going to talk about this yesterday again, but you know, the Joseline versus Wendy situation had then took over everything, so I had to cover that. But listen to this. So I'm going to give it to you guys in the order that I saw it, okay? Now, that's what I'm going to do. And so we're going to talk about Martell's post in a second, okay? That prompted all this. So Melody says in this post, and the disrespect continues. So let World War II begin. Now, what I got to say is, let me say this. She done deleted this post. So if you try to go back and find it, you're going to be disappointed. But my something in my spirit says, screenshot this, Richie. Screenshot it so you can use it later. And I did. And so here we are. Anyway, she says, and the disrespect continues. So let World War X begin. When you want to admit to the world that you fathered a child while you were married, do not have my child sitting on your lap. You have no couth. Okay? You have no couth. Announce that ish on your own photo shoot with your new baby. Y'all better pray for me because God knows I'm so over the disrespect. Still a piece of dirt. Ain't done dirt for my kids in months. Now I was like, whoa, Nelly, whoa, the expletives and all that up in the post. I was like, ooh, girl, ooh. But she gave us some information though. She said that this man ain't done nothing for them kids in months. I was like, no, what in the deadbeat dad is going on here? Okay. Because the way it is made to seem on the show, like this man is the best daddy and getting daddy of the year, okay, according to him and according to the people on the show. So my thought is, okay, this is news to me. Okay, this is news to me that he ain't been doing nothing for the kids, according to Melody. Okay, so I had to say, whoa, but there's more. And in case you can't read it, I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, here we go. She says, announce your affair, born child, on your own time, not with my daughter. You know, the one you refused to help with after I had her, the one you refused to see on her first birthday, the one you got nothing for Christmas. What? You mean to tell me after all these businesses, after all these shows and whatnot, you mean to tell me that this man ain't done nothing? Okay, for the baby, for the birthday, for the Christmas? Anyway, so then she says, photo shoots ain't expensive. Heck, have your own photo shoot with that child and its mother to make your announcement unless you shamed, okay? Yeah, I know our family shoots used to be bomb. And then she says, I really try to stay on my grind and mind my own doggone business. But ladies and wives, for a person to continue to let one of their many mistresses blatantly disrespect you and then to think he can slap you in the face too and claim to do all he can for his kids. But where's my $17,000? Why am I keeping utilities on at his house? Because my kids are there at times, and the school you dropping her off at, I paid for that. It's just a no and enough for me with the putting on. Now, wait a minute. Let me tell y'all, sometimes these shows be better on the off season than they do actually in the show. Now, I can't listen. Y'all know I love me some Love and Marriage Huntsville, but Melody, I'm like, you are bringing it, girl. You are really bringing it. And what about this 17,000? What's that going for? Or is there some child support involved? What's happening here? What's going on, man? What's going on? Toya Caldwell says, so they have joint custody with no child support. What does she seek from him? What does she seek for him? Do the kids live in one or two homes? This is a mess, okay? It is a mess. It is a mess. And the thing about it is, too, thank you for the super chat, Toya. You guys to listen. I'm going to pop back on the screen for a second. Ladies, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, all right? I don't have no kids, so I really can't speak on this too much. But just from an observer's perspective, it would seem to me that while it may not be the nicest thing to go to court and to seek official paperwork for child support and custody and whatnot, okay, sometimes I feel like in order to keep things equitable, you have to sometimes go directly to the court to let them handle, what's due and what's owed, so that you don't have to be holding on to this stuff and or being cheated out of, what's due for the child. That's my thought. I mean, and it ain't about, oh, I'm going to take you to court because I want all your money. No, it's about, no, you need to do right by the children. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me put this back on the screen so we can get into the rest of this. We got a lot to talk about today, y'all. Okay. Anyway, she said, like I said, it's World War X. You ain't even sat down and told your children conceived in marriage that you have an outside child, but you can confirm it on the net, holding my youngest child. Get the F out of here. Stop the clown moves. And let me be clear, Melamitos, please don't take this as I'm mad that he finally acknowledged his other child, because I'm not. But I'm upset that he did it. And of course, getting negative comments under a picture with my child in his lap. Don't use my daughter as a photo op to come out and acknowledge your affair-born child. P.S. There's no need to be waiting on me because this package doesn't have a return address. So ain't no coming back. Ain't no us moving away to get away from it all. Ain't no I'll just pay child support to the one. None of that. Okay? So in this post, she also posted a text message, which I'm not going to post here. But the text message, basically, it looks to be a situation where either maybe her or him are wishing each other happy Easter. And it appears to be one person saying, what are you guys doing today? Am I invited? What are you guys doing today? And then the response is Easter. And then the other person is saying, am I invited? And then she says, I'm assuming this is her saying, nah, keep being where you've been. And then the person on the other end says, waiting on you. So it seems like she's implying via these text messages, which again, I don't really like to get too much into posting the text messages on the screen because I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. But anyway, it seems like she's trying to imply that he's still asking to, hang out and be around, her and the fam and whatnot. But ain't doing nothing for the kids. Nah, player. I ain't even feeling that. I don't like that. So where did all this come from? Okay. I'm not going to put it up on the screen because, again, it contains a child and I just have a thing about posting other people's kids. If I can help it, I will not do it. That's just me. I don't have no issues with nobody that does. It's just that I just feel a certain type of way about myself doing it, and that's it. But I'm going to tell you what he posted. He posted a photo of himself and their youngest baby daughter, okay? And she's looking up at him with a side eye, okay? As we all are looking at him with a side eye right now. And he's sitting there smiling, looking like he's about to drop her off at school or something like that. And he says, Daddy does it all. Daddy does all he can for his 5 troopers, but today is my little girl Milani's first day of school. Hugs and kisses to this little girl who's looking at Daddy like, you don't think you're about to leave me, do you? Daddy saw each one of each one off the same way. So 4 down and 1 to go. Okay, so I'm assuming she was upset because, you know, he was indicating that he has also a 5th child in that post. Okay. I don't know what to say about it. All I do know is that, you know, ultimately the post's still up here. He deleted, she deleted hers, and the beat goes on. Okay. I don't know where all of a sudden she got upset with it about. I guess maybe it was because, you know, she says that he is posting, you know, the baby girl that he allegedly ain't doing nothing for, according to her. And he's using that to say that he's got, you know, all these other kids. I don't know. All I know is, oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Latanya, who says, love your integrity. Thank you so much. You know, I mean, it came across like, I don't know. They should just have an agreement where they're not gonna post the kids no more. That's just it. You know, and that's it. That's it. They don't post the kids. Nobody else post a kid. Nobody else post a kid. That's it. That's the rules moving forward, Melody and Martell. That way y'all avoid any type of issues moving forward. And then take y'all butts to court, figure out some child support, where it needs to go and who it needs to go to, and how y'all gonna work through this situation. If you can't work through it, if he ain't paying for the kids, then Melody, you keeps the kids with you at all times. Boom, problem solved. Okay, because all this, again, I saw somebody wrote it in the super chat, it's trauma for the kids. Okay. Destiny, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Now, at this point in time, listen, y'all need to figure it out. Figure it out, okay? Because this seems like more the same that we've been going through with y'all. And I want y'all to get it together for these kids, okay? Okay? Get my Dr. Heavily on, okay? Moving right on along. I told y'all the beat goes on today. We got to get into this whole situation with Candace, okay? Let's get into it. Let's get all the way down into it. Before we get that started, okay? Here's where we're gonna go. It was yesterday, not last week. It was yesterday. Yesterday, we all saw the showdown between Wendy Williams and Joseline, okay, on that good Wendy Williams show. Now, at the time that I did the video, I hadn't watched the whole thing because I didn't think it was any clips available. So when the clips did become available, okay, Easter, thank you so much for this super chat. We appreciate you. It says, you are the best, Richie. Love you so much. Love you right back, boo. Now, let's get into it, okay? So after I watched the whole thing, I came to the conclusion that yesterday's battle with Wendy and Joseline ended in a draw. Okay. Nobody won that beef. And let me tell you why. Okay. I felt like Joseline, she got her points across. I felt like Wendy stood her ground. Let her know whose show it was. Let her know Wendy's the one with the real #1 show. Okay. Across the land. All right. But Wendy did at the end acknowledge Joseline's accomplishments, and I felt in my spirit that was really Joseline's objectives. Okay. So for me, again, now I don't think if Joseline was there that Wendy would have thrown them flowers though. Okay. I don't think she would have done that. But you know, Joseline got in a couple of cute little insults. Wendy got in some good clapbacks. So I felt like, okay, this ends up in a draw. All right. It ends up in a draw. Now, what we did notice today, our friends at OMFG Reality TV, please follow them on Instagram. I love my people over at OMFG Reality TV. Okay. Follow them. They caught a clip of Candace Dillard, you know, giving her 2 cents on the subject. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it, and then we're going to give our opinion Okay, and a little commentary based on what we feel like Candace had to say, and maybe do we agree or do we not agree? So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, let's get into it.
So, very quickly, I just felt compelled to speak on this. Wendy, hey girl, just did an interview with Joseline Hernandez on Wendy's show this morning, and Joseline went off on this diatribe about how Wendy needs to be better about uplifting women and stop being mean, etc., etc. And this is a sentiment that has been echoed by a lot of mostly reality stars, but a lot of women in regards to Wendy and the way that she does her job. And I may get some flack for this, but I have to say that all of you Joseline Hernandez's, and I love Joseline, let me say that. I really love Joseline. I think she is the perfect example of unapologetically who she is. She's up from the mud, right? Like she said it in the interview, she comes from nothing and she has worked her way into, selling her own show to a network. She's scrappy, she's funny, she's a hustler, she gets it done. And I always, and will always tip my hat to, especially a woman of color, who can do that. So let me give that caveat before I say that all of y'all need to stop crying and expecting these journalists, entertainment or otherwise, to have your back. That's not Wendy's job.
Okay.
And I say this as someone who has been subject to Wendy's tirades. She's gone in on me. Wendy has not been nice to me or my reality TV counterparts, or any counterparts in entertainment. No one is safe, okay? With Wendy, no one is safe. But you have to understand, that's her job. It's not her job to woo, stroke your ego and be nice to you and make you feel good about your choices, good, bad, or indifferent. Why? Why do you want Wendy to stop reporting the news and opine in the way that she does? That's her job. If you don't like it, don't watch her show, don't do an interview with her, and go about your merry business. But this whole notion of Wendy needs to be nicer. Listen, Wendy from the radio? She's nice now compared to what she was. And she's gonna be who she's gonna be. And if you don't like it as a celebrity, don't do an interview with her. And then she's still gonna talk about you because that's what she does. But that's what she does. She's an entertainment. Okay? Just remember Wendy from her radio days, and then fast forward to her 6-week sneak peek of her show and the way that she toned down. Journalist. Her job is to talk about people in entertainment. Stop taking it personally, because I don't feel like she goes home and is thinking about you or me or Joseline or Brad Pitt. She's not thinking about us. She does her job, like you go and do your job, and then she goes home. It's not her responsibility to save the world, to save all of us. That's all.
So, okay, so this is how I feel about what she said. To me, this seems like a very stark contrast from some of the things that she has said about, bloggers and media outlets last year. However, I am willing to concede that in the time period betwixt then and now, maybe there has been some growth there to the point where she understands that people who are talking and commentating and giving a news and opinions are doing what they do. Okay. So at the end of the day, okay, I have to agree with what she said. Now, you ain't got to always like the messenger to get the message, okay? Because I know how people feel about Candace because she is a very polarizing character, okay, on the show. I speak about these people as characters on the show because I don't know what a person is like in their day-to-day life. So I don't ever want to confuse the two. But based on what we see here, this is very different from what we have seen and heard from her in the year prior to. Now, I'm willing to give the benefit and the grace of growth and a new year in 2021, bringing new things. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. And we're just going to rock with it. And my hope is that she continues with this train of thought as we move into the new season of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. All right. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the super chat. I agree 100%, Candace. And if you think about it like this, I mean, the bottom line is, you know, looking at the situation at hand, you know, it's a choice to go on to the Wendy Williams show, right? It's definitely going to be promotion or whatever. But, you know, you ain't got to go to that outlet. You ain't even got to listen to Wendy if you don't like her. That's the amazing thing about life in the time period that we live in, is that we all have choices. And you are not relegated to the one outlet that is the Wendy Williams show. You have a plethora of ways to promote what you're about to do. Okay? So I just have to say that, you know, I'm in agreement with it. But I also feel like, you know, I respect the fact that Joseline said how she felt. I can never knock somebody for being, you know, keeping it 100, even if I did feel like they took a little long or too long of a time to get there. You know what I'm saying? You know, and by comparison, the rest of the interview was kind of fluff and it was very tense anyway. And she, you know, got in a couple of good disses for that good Stevie J and that good Faith Evans. But, you know, the message is this, you know, Wendy's going to be Wendy, and you got to let Wendy be Wendy because she's going to only be Wendy, and you don't have to go on her show. So that's that. But if you do choose to go on her show and you want to keep it real, Joseline did just that. So again, that battle ends in a draw for me. And again, we'll just have to, we're going to watch Candace and see, you know, what growth we can hopefully see and expect from her in this new season of Potomac. And hopefully we see the growth that we're hoping for. Okay, that's it. I'm trying to go into this whole thing with a clean slate when August comes. Okay. We got another super chat in the building from who says, Joseline a clown. Don't save her. She's still rude. Well, Joseline can be rude, you know. But at the end of the day, she gave us a good TV moment yesterday. Okay, she gave us something to talk about. Let's move on. We got one more thing to discuss. Hey y'all. Is this your new season cast? Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you love it? Is you in it? Is you in it? Hey. That's what I want to know. Okay. Is you in it? Okay. Let me tell you why. Because there are several news outlets, and I saw it on Media Takeout as well, that were reporting that all the peach holders, okay, have been asked back. Okay. All the peach holders have allegedly been asked back, according to a new report by Media Takeout. Okay. And then there was also a note in there that LaToya had allegedly been offered a peacherization as well. LaToya might get some peach juice, y'all. Okay. Now, this would at least give us 6. And they say, according to the article, that they're looking for an additional, you know, someone dynamic and fun. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Let me get it back on the screen real quick and tell you what I don't understand. You mean to tell me, okay, it is the Atlanta, Georgia, home of the fashions, home of the stylists, home of the hip hop royalty, home of, the Georgia Peaches. You mean to tell me you can't find nobody else to be on this show? Okay, let me go back. I gotta go back. Let's take it all the way back. Okay, I gotta take it back to something. Do y'all remember R&B divas? Let me ask y'all that question. Just holler at me and give me a yes or a no if you ever saw R&B divas. Okay. In the chatterization, I just want to know. Now, the reason why I say this is because if you remember R&B divas, you will remember what an epic cast they had. Okay. That was an epic cast. You had Selena Johnson. You had Nikki Gilbert from Brownstone. You had Monifa. You had Faith Evans popping in and out. Okay. You had who had the Shawnee position. You know what I'm saying? Initially. You had who else? Kiki Wyatt. All right. That was drama enough right there. Okay. But then in the later seasons, you added in Angie Stone, okay, and then you added in was it Latasha Scott and old girlfriend from Destiny's Child. So in my mind, okay, and then you even take it on over to R&B Divas LA when you had Kelly Price unbooked, okay, you had Lil Mo, you had Chrisette Michelle, you had Dawn Robinson, you had Shantae Moore. The drama that those ladies brought into those shows, and it was natural and it seemed organic as I don't know what. So you mean to tell me that they can cast R&B divas, bring in all the drama? Now, granted, it was on TV once, so it probably didn't have the notoriety that I would say the Bravo has. But in our community, I felt like it was a solid show. So what I'm saying to you guys is this: if you can cast them on that show. And y'all remember Selena Johnson going off on Nikki Gilbert. She read her up, down, and through, okay, Atlanta, Georgia, okay, at that dinner. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember? Oh, and I can't forget Misha LA on R&B Divas LA. All right. So if you can find, you got to find characters like that to me. You need to find a Selena Johnson who ain't gonna take no ish. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta pay her. Okay, you're gonna have to pay these women what they worth. All right, you got to find those women. You got to find them. And the reason I say that is if you could find them for R&B divas, and these are R&B royalty who are willing to get on there and show their real lives and get into it when they needed to get into it, but they had a purpose, okay? If you can find that for TV One, you got to tell me you can find that for Bravo. So what I need for y'all to do down to the Bravo is I need for y'all to it can't be no more lazy casting. It can't be no more lazy casting, okay? No more lazy casting choices. That's what we want. We want real casting, real dynamic women, okay, for the new season, because that's what we deserve. We done stuck with this show for 13, 14 years. Give us what we deserve. And to be quite honest with you, this ain't it. Okay? This is not it. I'm cool with most of these women staying on here. But I just kind of feel like, I got to be honest with you. And normally, y'all know me. I just try to keep it real nice and, PC. But I got to be real for real right now. Okay? What we need is something real. We need some real stuff here. Y'all better call Kiki Wyatt. Call her. Offer her a check. She having babies left and right. Okay. She got a congregation of kids and family. That's a ready-made story right there. Okay. And she's taking care of all of them, doing the doggone thing. That's real. That's real. She's opinionated. She got stuff to say. You may not always like what she got to say, but she got something to say and she got a story. That's what we need. Stop bringing these people on that's got to create drama for the sake of it. I ain't calling no names, but you can guess on your own. Brittany Joy says, been a long time. Richie finally got a break from work. I truly think RA should take about a year off or so and get back to the drawing board. Amen to that, my sister. Oh, we had another super chat in the building from Brandon, who says, I think a lot of women don't like the way they come across on reality TV and have stayed away from casting opportunities. I can understand that as well, because I do feel like there is a certain stigma that comes along with certain reality TV shows wherein you feel like it's going to be a little setup. Sometimes people feel like they're going to get the gotcha. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody want to get got. You know what I mean? And that's why you got the cast dynamic women. So ain't nobody got to get on the show getting got. Okay. You ain't got to be blindsided by bringing up somebody, you know, from way back on 20 years ago from your past that's trying to bring up some drama now. No, you just bring on dynamic women who have opinions, who have their own thoughts, who have their own objectives, and who are bosses in their own right already. You mean to tell me you bring on a Kiki Wyatt, people, you ain't gonna get more people watching this show? Yes, you will. Because at the end of the day, what we saw from Kiki on that show was that while she is, yes, a performer, she's not gonna just give you, she's not gonna play it safe, because she's not a safe person. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that in a complimentary way. She's gonna say what she got to say. And that's gonna be that. Like it or not, that's what you need. Okay? Get us some real people on this show. Come on now, stop that. And I don't care if they have been on, you know, in entertainment before. I don't care if they've already done this before. You know, if it's a real story, if it could be a real connection, that could be Kandi working with Kiki Wyatt on some new music, introducing her to the group. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to what these housewives should be, right? Somebody that's not afraid of nobody. That's not going to back down to nobody. That's what we want. Isata says, I miss R&B divas. They need to bring them back. They do. That show was amazing. It was amazing. So the other piece of the news article was that they had said allegedly that Kandi had gotten a what they call it, I guess maybe like some type of monetary demotion, that she was going to be making a little less, and that Kenya would now be the highest paid housewife. Again, that's what they said in the article. I'm just giving you the tea that's going on in the streets. You know, I don't know about all that, but what I do know is that, you know, if you're not going to bring nothing to the show, your salary should definitely be cut. And I'm not saying that Kandi didn't, because I felt like she contributed to the season. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. They got to do something. They got to do something, because to be quite honest with you, that this ain't it. This ain't it to me. And again, it's no offense to anybody here. No offense to any of these beautiful ladies right here. But you got to do something. You got to do something new. We need something new. All right. And that's on what they say. Mary had a little lamb. I don't know where that came from, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, okay. Lil Mo was good TV too. Quiet as it's kept, and I feel like she would do it. So, anyway, y'all, that's the news for today. Okay. When we get back tomorrow, we'll have some more news. We'll go over some, you know, we'll get hype all over again. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I love y'all. And I love the shows that we talk about. That's why I'm so passionate about them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't coming from no negative place. You know, it's just coming from a place of somebody who enjoys the shows and who wants them to be, you know, the best that they can. You know what I'm saying? So we'll call out some things when we see it. And, you know, as I stated before, the beat will go on. You know what I mean? Anyway, y'all make sure y'all have a good day. I will catch y'all in the next video. I love y'all. Peace.